Okay folks, we are now dealing with, this is the third video clip, and we're still dealing with vertical transformations applied to the mother curve of sine. Now remember what I said to you, you have to know the values for the mother curve. Starts at 0, goes to 90 and 1, goes to 180 and 0, goes to 270 minus 1. And remember, we're only sketching over that domain, so don't move outside of where we specified the domain. And here's minus 1. So that, if you need to see it, I'm going to put it in pencil there for you. And that's what the sine curve would look like, sketched over that particular domain. Okay, now remember, the sine curve would still complete its journey to 360 as usual. So there's no period change. There's a domain change. There's no period change. Okay, I want you to pause the video at this point and then first of all draw that graph on the same set of axes and then this graph over here. I want you to draw them in different colors to put the mother curve on your curve that you're going to draw. Now you will see the graph paper goes up in 45s. And minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, so pause the video now and quickly do those two, and then we'll discuss the answers to them once you've done. Okay, welcome back folks. I'm glad that took you so quick. It took me a little bit longer, but let's see what this results in. We are first going to draw, let's draw it again in pink, the shift that happens to the mother curve if I times all the y values with a half. Now remember, the y values on the horizontal axis will therefore remain where they are, because a half times 0 is still a half, and all the y values here are 0. Okay, the ones that are changing are these, the minus 1, the 1, and the negative 1 over here. What am I doing with them? I am multiplying them by a half. So 1 times a half means it's going to end up going a minus a half and a half as a maximum. The minus 1 here times a half brings me to minus a half. And here the same thing. Minus 1 times a half is minus a half. Curvature here carefully, so you can see what has happened here. Instead of the graph stretching vertically, it is still stretching, but it's stretching at a factor smaller than 0. Now the amplitude, let's write down that amplitude for the curve. The maximum value here that it's away from the rest line is a half. The period of the curve, just ask yourself, will it complete a full cycle? Yes, it would. Therefore, there's no period change for the pink curve. Now, the difference between the pink curve and the green curve we're going to draw, and yes, you are right, is that now the new values, which are all calculated on the pink curve, that component we've done. We just now have to take all the pink points and add 1 to their y values. So we first multiplied by a half. We first affected the vertical stretch of factor a half to the mother curve, and then we go and we add. So currently, if I have to add 1 to this y value, it's at minus a half, it will go to positive a half. This y value of 0 would then go up 1 and go this remember I'm adding 1, so it goes up 1 to cut at the y-axis at 1. This point lies at 1. If I move it up 1, it would lie at 1.5. So this is 3 over 2. And then the point at 0 moves up 1, it goes up to the point at 1, and here minus 1 again goes up a half, another half, and the curve will enter the domain here and exit it there. So you can see it's literally a vertical translation of 1 unit. Oopsie, there's a bit of too much of a dent there. Of 1 unit in the vertical direction. Now put your entry points in. It means here it enters at 270.5, and here it will exit at minus 90.5. And if you want to, you can put in your turning point. Just remember, when we ask you for these points, you have to indicate them on the curve. Okay, now folks, remember here, the pink curve entered at minus 90 and minus a half, and it exit here at the 270 line at minus a half. The maximum is clearly at 90.5. Now look at what the transformation was. The original curve was the dotted curve. First of all, to affect the pink graph, we multiplied all the y values with a half, and then to affect the green graph, we took the pink graph and we moved it up a unit vertically. Okay, I hope you got that one right.